everybody. Welcome to another episode of the M Sister Studios podcast. My name is Danielle Mad Dog Minetti, and I am here with my lovely co-host, Kim.
Me.
It's Kim.
It's me.
It's Kim.
Hi. It's me.
It's you.
Hi.
Hello.
Can I start off the podcast by saying a couple things that aren't relevant to what we're talking about today, but I need to talk about them?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I have some tiffs to talk about.
Oh,
now, I'm
boy.
not going to make it into a segment because I think the segment we're doing today is going to take up a majority of the time, so I don't want to make it big to talk about. This is very obnoxious, and I was talking to my friend to the show, Dana, about this.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that Danielle's not on TikTok, and
Nope.
it also, side note, it has something to do with a little topic or a person that we talked about before. Can I just say
Oh boy.
that I have been seeing a lot of Steve Rogers slander on TikTok, particularly during Endgame, when he went back in time and got old and spent his life with Peggy. Isn't that her name, Peggy?
Yeah, it's
Agent
Peggy.
Carter. Okay, and everybody's giving him ish about it. And I just want to say, I've been saying this since day one that movie came out, because I am team Iron Man all the way, and I do not like Captain America. And I've been saying that is selfish, because in Civil War he went on odds and odds and ends and ends and beyond. He went infinity and beyond to save Bucky, his best friend in the entire guy, his best friend in the entire world, who he went to war with and tried to save him and save his old friend and sacrifice their relationships with his new friends just to leave him at Endgame. And everybody's yelling at him for being selfish. I've been saying this since 2019. I've been the pioneer of this thought. I want some credit. Number one. Number two, I want to take a big ha-ha to you and also Dana, who I've also been talking to her about this, because I've been seeing a lot more Jason Sudeikis on TikTok. So I'm not the only one who thinks that he's beautiful and amazing. Now that he's single, I have a chance. Number three, I'm drinking juice. So if any time during this podcast I have to get up to go poo-poo, it's because I'm drinking juice. That's it.
Oh, I think you gave me hiccups.
Oh, God.
Oh, yep.
It's true, though. I've been seeing it all over TikTok, and I was crazy for thinking this 2 years ago. I was crazy.
Oh,
No, I'm not crazy. He gets mad at Tony for being mad at Bucky because Bucky, I don't know, killed both of his parents. And then he's like, don't be mad at him. And he knew all about it. And then they try to kill Tony. It's like, what? What? Do you agree? Drink some water, Danielle.
All I have is lemonade, but
Drink some lemonade. I'm also drinking juice that I made.
you already established that fact, Kim, because you mentioned
Well, I want to establish it. I'm emphasizing it.
You mentioned to our audience some TMI.
Well, I made it yesterday and I stocked it. I made a bunch so I could have it for a couple days, because cleaning my juicer is so annoying.
Is stocking juice a thing? Does it go bad quicker, or does it go bad quick? Oh my goodness.
Oh no. We started off great. Well, I made it yesterday and I have it for 2 days. So I have one for today and one for tomorrow.
Okay, so it's not gonna really go bad by the time you drink it.
No. Unless I leave it in there for months. But I thought it was gonna be gross because I put turmeric and cinnamon in it, and it's actually really good.
Is that why it's orange?
Yeah, I put it's celery, cucumber, orange, apple, lemon, and then turmeric and cinnamon for the bowels, you know.
For the bowels, guys.
I'm trying not to be fat anymore, so.
You weren't fat to begin with.
No, honey, I got fat.
No, I don't think so.
I look like I'm 9 months pregnant. Let's move on to our main discussion.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
Yes, you do.
oh wait. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Well, so we have a new segment. It's not a new segment. Let me rephrase. That's completely false. We have a reoccurring segment from last season, but today it's a little more what's the word, like precise?
It's more precise, and the only difference between this season and last season is this season it has a name.
Yes, like it's actually like a legit segment that we're doing of the show. Not
Yeah.
like something that's we're gonna talk about.
Right.
So it's called What We're Watching. And so if you remember in season 1, we talked about Ink Master, and each week that Danielle and I were together podcasting, we would discuss an episode. And I think we had really good conversations on that. And plus, we both love tattoos. And Danielle's getting tattooed by Angel Rose, so we love our Ink Masters. So we're gonna discuss the iCarly reboot.
Woo!
Which we were gonna put it in last episode.
But last episode we did. So we talked about it. The last episode was so like jam-packed and like so a lot of info. It would have got lost.
Like it was kind of talk about it because we were talking about a really serious like topic.
Yeah.
Obviously both involving Nicola. I just felt that conversation we had was one very long, but also was a very good conversation on its own. So I kind of wanted, as the editor, to make it its own video. And plus, like, I didn't like the way that we were jumping from one thing to another. But we're gonna talk about this episode. And plus, like, more episodes have come out about the season and the show. So this is what
you're gonna have to do that again.
iCarly reboot on Paramount Plus. Oh, Malone. This is what we're watching.
Woo! What we're watching, everybody.
We are watching iCarly reboot on Paramount Plus.
Woo, 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 woo.
How do we feel about it on a scale of 1 to 10? Danielle.
Oh my goodness, we're doing a scale this time. I'm feeling either. Okay, so last time we talked about it, there wasn't as many episodes and I didn't watch them all, and this time there's more. I think I'm feeling like a 6 or a 7.
Okay.
Like it's getting okay, so it's we'll go into detail about it, but it's getting better. Like the one episode that just passed, and again, I think we'll touch on about it. I think is one of the best ones, just for something I know we'll talk about. But I think it's more towards a 6. 7 is potential. Could end the season on a 7. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay. I found that the more I watched it, the more that I felt the same about it. So I'm going to give it like a 5.
Okay. So we're almost even.
Yeah. I just like, all right, here's the thing. And I want to talk about the things again that we talked about last time. Let's discuss the elephant in the room. Sam isn't in the show.
No.
Now, do you think that the way that the show is.
That is changed. Okay, so I didn't talk
Just
about.
say yes or
Repeat it again.
do you think that the show is affected by that? Yes or no?
I think in a way, yes.
Okay. Time out. Is it in a good way or in a bad way?
I say mostly good. There's one thing that I wish they did, or well, I'm not talking about the topic I know we're going to get into, but in terms of just the show in general, what they used to do compared to what they do now, just to show, it's mostly good. There's one thing that I wish we would see in an episode more, like physically, not like storyline or whatever, see more of it, would be more of the actual iCarly doing her show, you know?
Agreed.
I wish we see more of that, see how it's changed from when she was a teenager doing it to now. And that could be a lack of no co-host or not. It's not like, it's not no longer, the show's not the center of the universe anymore, which is interesting because that's, you know, it's iCarly. iCarly is the show. So I think that's the one bad thing without Sam being there.
Yeah. Because even in terms of the original, it was like a lot of kind of the subplots of the show, and obviously having the show in the episode. And I don't remember. They probably only have shot the web show like twice, new one.
Yep.
And I think that I agree that is, it just kind of like loses its reasoning for having the show in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like you said, it's iCarly is supposed to be based around show, and if you're not going to show because I do like how they changed the content to make it more mature and what's like happening now, and something I think that Carly would do, like skincare and stuff like that, you know, but also kind of making it funny. So I do like that, but it's just like not enough. I feel like with the entire show, like I'm reaching and then I'm like, our hands are not connecting.
Yeah.
Like, it's going. It's like when somebody hits like a ball in a baseball game and you think it's gonna be a home run, but then the outfielder catches it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of like it's the last dot to connect the whatever shape you're drawing. Like the last piece of the puzzle that's missing and you can't find it. It's like under the couch, it's under a cushion, it's in the other room. Yeah, so I think that's in terms of Sam not being there, I think that's, or Jeanette McCurdy, her not being involved in the series. I think that's the one thing that's lacking because they probably just don't know how to navigate the show, the iCarly show within the show without her having a co-host. Like they're established that iCarly can do it on her own, which she can, but the identity, they haven't figured out what the identity, I think the show of the web show is going to be yet without her, because iCarly was Carly and Sam. And I think
but also too, like even like the tech stuff, like Freddie's not doing that either.
No, I know. And it's very odd because Freddie's the tech guy. They only mention it a few times, like, oh, like the first episode producer, and then the one episode with the pods or whatever. Freddie's my producer. But like other than that, like what? Freddie's a bum. What does he do? Like Carly's a bum. Freddie's a bum. What do they do?
Yeah, it's Like for real, like what do they actually do? Like, but McCurdy not being in the show, I completely understand and support because you obviously don't want to. And she's, she talks about her experience. It wasn't the best experience for her. You're not going to be put back into an environment that is going to trigger you. So I completely support that. Like in terms of the actual web series, it's like wham wham. I guess with that, it's like, so what is this just a show, like a reboot of a show?
Well, it's not. So the thing is, and you've probably seen the interviews and stuff with the cast or heard about them and read articles. They say it isn't a reboot because they're not technically taking the show and redoing it. And they're trying to say.
But they are. I would argue that they are, though.
I don't.
They have the same style, as in like, the same like running gags. They have the same like extra characters coming in, like Mrs. Benson and the principal that I don't remember his name. Like it is
Principal
the
Franklin.
same show. Principal Franklin.
It's
Nora.
It has. Yeah, it has the essence of the original show. The only thing they're doing different is the storylines. Like it's just the continued storylines of the characters.
What, Carly likes a boy and she wants to date somebody? They did that in the original too. Remember, I Date a Bad Boy? I disagree. I think it's the same thing, which is sad. Again, like I don't not like it. It's just like classic shows like iCarly, like Full House, even though I actually liked Fuller House or what have you. It's like, it's just like, to me, don't work.
Yeah. I think for me, the reason, because I mean, me and you both loved the original series. We watched it when we were a kid. The comedy for a kid show is pretty good,
Yeah.
And I think what is my puzzle piece that is missing is that they were talking in all the interviews and stuff and saying how it's for the kids that grew up watching iCarly for today. And they do show some stuff that's different today compared to how it was when iCarly first came out, which is fine and all, but like they're only.
Yeah, but that also isn't necessarily for like the people today. It's just because of the times have changed.
Right. So the times have changed. They're showing how that happened, but they've mentioned like all the stuff the character's been through. And like the thing is, the kids that grew up watching iCarly, they've probably been through the same things too, that they mentioned that, oh, like Carly went off and studied abroad. She was an intern or whatever at this company, and then Freddie had like 2 divorces, and Harper family was hurting for money and she had to work and stuff. So the fact that they just talk about it and then that's it, like that for me is I need to connect with a show for me to actually continue to watch it.
Yeah, and this is right, and this was the thing that we talked about at length last week. But and we'll talk about it again. It's like, it's almost like you should have. I feel like the plot of the show or the setting of the show should have been chaos was happening, chaos for lack of a better, or like all of this hardship was happening, which like it, because she's like 27 in the show or something,
26, 27, yeah,
which like, so like, and so if this is like 4 years back, that's like you're like 22, 23, you just graduate college, you're actually thrusted into the real world. Our generation that grew up with the original show is going through right now over it, but has gone through it where it's recent enough where you can relate to it. And so that's the thing that we both agree on, and you just said it, is like, I feel like the set it be in the past.
Yeah. And I feel like
a couple years back.
Right. And that could have been, that it was a decision that they made. It could have, based on who was coming back and stuff, wanted to do it. But like, I'm not feeling that connection to the show as I did like as a kid because of just all the stuff that we've like been through.
But like, that's why this, like, my baseball analogy, like, takes it, because on one hand, you're hitting the ball as in like you're talking about this is all stuff I went through, like Carly's breakup and Carly going to school, and Freddie's divorce and Freddie's having a kid. And these are great things, but then you're not, the different plots in the episodes have nothing to do with that. And then that's where the ball gets caught and you're just like, it's going, and it's not gone. Like, you don't do anything about it. You just say it, and then that's it. And we as an audience have to understand that, but we can't understand that because we haven't gone through it.
Yeah, right. They're just kind of like, it's happened and this is the end product. Like, but how did we get to the end product? Which, for those, I'm not going to spoil it, but they're starting to get into episodes, I think, where they're showing some of the stuff people went through, right? If you watch the most recent one, which I know you did, they're starting to bring back stuff that they mentioned about the new backstories for the characters, which I enjoy because now they're making the connection more real. It's not fully there yet though, but I think it's also too, they need to find their groove as well as a series.
I think what do you mean by that?
I feel like almost every series, the first season, you're kind of like a baby animal learning how to walk. Like you're kind of figuring out what works and what doesn't work. Because after this season, they can get feedback to make it better, or like see what worked and what didn't work to make the show better than it was, which they got renewed for a season 2. Some shows are just great right off the bat, but that's because that could be just based on like experience and the teams that they have and everything. And this is a whole new team also that's behind the show creating it. And I don't think they haven't nailed yet how they want the show to be, but I feel like after they see like reviews and stuff from this season and implement it into season 2, the show will find its footing on how it's going to be. But I hope that they make that at least, just give me one episode that's a home run. Just give me one, and I might be satisfied.
I am not satisfied. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not. I want to be, because again, like, it has a lot of really good elements. And so maybe let's talk about the good elements. And greatest elements in the show is Harper, 1,000%. I love her. I think she is great.
I agree.
I love her. She adds something new to the show as far as like she reminds me a lot. She's very outspoken and independent, her own like character on her own, but she's also a lot different than Sam. Mm-hmm. I like some of the relationships bonding between Carly and her and Spencer and her. Mm-hmm. I think they do a really good job with that. I have to say how we like, for her, I think she's actually one of the only examples in the show that actually show going through the motions to being where she wants to be.
Right. Yeah.
Because spoiler alert, she works at a coffee shop and then she wants to be a stylist, and she, it even shows her working at the coffee shop and moving her way into like the fashion world and this. So I think that she's actually probably the only good example in the show, or the only example of like actually like going through the motions in the process of the show, mm-hmm. which to me is like the shining light is her, honestly.
Right.
I think she's really funny.
Mhm.
Because you know, like sometimes when they add new characters to a show, you're just like eerie. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
how this is gonna work.
Mhm.
But I was like, and I'm usually one of those people that's like, I don't know how this is gonna work. But I
Mhm.
was like pleasantly surprised with her, and I still am throughout the entire show.
Yeah. I honestly can say I think I'm not talking about connections between characters. I honestly saying that I think they did Harper really well, and I think Millicent as a character by herself.
I'm
Harper,
sorry, my phone was blowing up.
no, Harper and Millicent by themselves were, I think, well written. Now relationships.
No, I don't like Millicent. Why is she there? I'm sorry.
I think
Freddie,
she's funny. It's just her relationship with Freddie is interesting.
but okay, number one. Well, no, it could happen. I could lie. I was like, Freddie's too young. Like, if she's 10 and he's like 27,
But
but
it's
it could
not his
happen.
kid. It's not his kid. Remember that.
But still, so how, whatever. Anyways, but I just don't, anyways, continue. What were you saying?
No, that was it. I was saying as individuals, they were written decently. Harper really well.
I don't know,
Millicent.
but like, but do you think that Millicent like flows well with like the whole like gang of the cast? As not the cast, like the characters, because I feel like Harper does a really good like if you told me that she was in the original show, I would have believed you. Like I think that's how good of a character and how
Right.
well she blended into the like the world of iCarly she is. Like dude, I
The
really
way they
like
were
her a lot.
describing
I
her,
think she's
I
my only
say that again.
I feel like she's like that my only saving grace for the show.
The way they were describing her, I'm like, I could have sworn she was in the original, but she wasn't. So that's what was my initial thoughts when I heard her description or whatever.
Like again, I feel like Millicent, like obviously she's gonna have those moments and storylines with Freddie because Freddie is there. But I think as far as the rest of the not the cat, like the rest of like the characters, I still kind of feel like it's like divided. Like it's not really that much blended into that yet.
No, because there has been no like connection between any of them besides Freddie, which was just said and it's not really shown yet. Maybe like once or twice, like their connection.
And the only time that that's kind of happened was during like her, I'll just call it her play episode where she like has moments with Carly and stuff, but like otherwise I think that's the thing. Like I really want to like her. I just need her to have more moments. And honestly, I need her and Freddie to have more moments.
Yeah, me too.
It's like if you didn't like honestly like to me like if you didn't tell me that she was his kid, she would just be some kid who like lived in the building.
Some kid that just like didn't have anyone else she wanted to hang out with and just found these bums.
Yeah, like that's if you didn't tell me that was her, like she just would like the like I know that the relationship is written for them to be like weary of each other and for her to like be distant of him, but like I think you can still do that and also better acknowledge the fact that they're father and daughter. Like she shouldn't call him Freddie. She should call him Dad.
Yeah, but she doesn't.
And I know it's like she does it because like she just calls him Freddie to be whatever. But I'm like, but then give me something to make me like, because you didn't show us him marrying his ex and adopting her, so you have to give us something that makes my brain go, oh, they're father and daughter.
Yeah.
And so call her Dad or call him Dad. or call her dad, whatever.
Or
But, like,
not even that. Show more of a struggle that a father and a daughter would have with each other than just whatever they're doing right now.
No, but okay, but you can do that throughout the show. But even in the intro, the first episode of the show where they have that party at Spencer's place, and he blows her off, and she calls him Freddie. It's like, okay, well, this is our first introduction to this pairing and this father-daughter duo, and it's not like you're not selling me that you guys are father and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I just got money.
I wonder how much you got.
My Venmo just went off.
Woo!
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
I love that noise. But I think that's the thing too. It's just like, I don't know. That's like, this is the probably the relationship in the show, arguably, besides that should be like strong.
Yeah.
Because it's, how divorced parents stays with her mom most of the time and then comes to visit him. She's fully living with him.
And his mom's like,
and we don't show
her
that
mom's somewhere else.
Yeah, like, and they don't really show that. They don't really enhance that much. And it's like, it's just like, again, I'm reaching for the cookie jar, and the cookie jar falls on the floor. You know what I mean? Like, I think that that's it on that. But I think also too is just like, I feel like it's hard because when all these shows were coming out, it's when like sitcoms really popular.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I necessarily want to watch that sitcom style of show anymore. Unless it's like some old school stuff, like some Friends or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, I think maybe if they even change the genre of which the show is, because what we're into as the people who've grown up with the show, as far as type of TV series, for the most part, maybe I'm wrong, people can tell me if I'm wrong, as a collective, is like that more drama driven series types. And I don't want to say drama, because you can have like dramedy, but like in the sense of like, what's a good example of that
for drama series? Oh boy, I mean, Game of Thrones until the very last season was full of drama and like cliffhangers and stuff, and up until again the very last season, it was very successful, and everyone who watched it were like uber fans about it. I mean, even me, like there was stuff that I watched for the first time that like I got that no one else got. I'm like, hey, like, I just wanted to continue watching it. And that's an example of a drama series being successful. And I think sitcoms that even have more dramatic moments.
I don't want to necessarily like be, because I was going to say, I don't think iCarly necessarily should be considered a drama, but like having those moments. But however, this is a complete side note. I will say an excellent example of a great job of being funny, but also showing those dramatic moments was, I don't know if you watched it, One Day at a Time.
Nope.
The new reboot, the reboot version, the reboot version. It was on Netflix for 3 seasons. Everybody loved it. Everybody raved about it. Then it got canceled on Netflix, and then it went on to cable, and I got canceled for the 4th season. It's a great show. It's a reboot. And let me rebuttal everything I said about sitcom series. But like the thing about that is maybe that's what iCarly reboot needs to do. Is the thing about One Day at a Time that they had was fantastic, like mostly comedy driven.
Okay.
And it was freaking funny as heck. So it was great. But it had really serious moments and tones in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, oh my god, what's the daughter's name? I think her name's Elena or something. Hold on. Hold on. It's gonna bug me. Yeah. Oh, her name is Elena. Okay. So the daughter Elena, and it's like she's like a single mom and she lives with her mother and they're like a Hispanic family. It's great. She has 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And Elena's in high school and she's a lesbian. And her quinceañera, is it quinceañera
Yep.
for a girl? Okay.
I think so.
So she's having that. And she would wear for it. She wants to wear like a suit. And her dad, I think her dad doesn't live with them. They're separated, but he comes obviously and he's down for her birthday. And she was gonna wear the dress. She was gonna wear the dress for her family. Last minute, they gave her the suit instead to wear.
Oh.
And she came out in it, and her dad, like when it was her daddy-daughter dance, he like skipped town because he didn't want a gay daughter, pretty much, and he told her that.
Oh no.
Yeah. But like funny tones in the show, but that's a really serious moment in the show where she confronts him and she's like, listen, just because I'm gay doesn't mean I miss out on what a great person that I am.
Right.
You know, which is real life and in the moment stuff that's happening. And then at the end result, I think I remember, is that her dad accepts her. I don't remember, but also too, like it shows that, but then it also shows like, because her dad left and she was like up there embarrassed for her dance, her mom went up and danced with her instead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and shows that relationship and like a single mother relationship. And then her brother went up and like, and it was like all her. So like that's a great example of having the comedic moments, but then also like hitting in current like things like currently happening, not things that happened in the past. Oh, she dealt with that with her dad. It happened here, and then this is the rebuttal of it, and everything's great. It's like, no, great show. Highly recommend, Danielle. You really should watch.
Right. So, yeah. So looking at the characters now that they have, I feel like it's going to be really tough if they want to do something like that to throw in dramatic moments, because like half of them already experienced these dramatic moments that we didn't see.
I have a question.
Ah.
I have a question to that statement. Do you, because like, I don't know, as somebody who changes when things happen to you, like most people do, it still feels like all these things happen that have happened to them and still the same.
Yeah, they're still the same, pretty much.
They're still the same character, and it's like you don't see the growth.
Right.
I think like that's my problem.
Like for Freddie, for example, like Freddie, for example, like he went through 2 divorces. He has a kid, a stepchild now. You feel like, but he's like the same Freddie. Like if that happened to me, like I would not be the same person as I am today. Like that's just not how it works. No. Like Carly's like the same. We don't know Harper, so but Spencer is the exact same. He's just richer.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why I think that most of the reboots, besides One Day to most of the reboots, I just think that that's the thing, is like it's like it, you know, that saying it's like it's the same but in different font, or like
Same,
here,
same,
copy
but
my
different.
homework, but
Same, but different, Kim.
it's if you're saying it's different, make it different. I want make a musical, okay? give me something different. Give me show and dance, okay? Like something. Like to me, as you said that they said they're trying to make it different, and I'll say it again. It's the same. Saving grace and different in that show is Harper.
Agreed.
Hot take, she's the best thing in the iCarly reboot. Harper is the best thing in the iCarly reboot.
When you edit this podcast and do the preview, tag the actress in it. Let's see what happens.
I think I love Harper. I think she's great. Great bisexual black queen. Are you kidding me?
Also, side note for Harper, I feel like they don't like push, like they do a nice balance of her. They don't push her like overwhelmingly. Like they throw it in as a nice balance. You know how sometimes they do that, or make like aspects of the characters like super obvious or overwhelming. Like
because I think if you push it too much, I think sometimes you can leave it to like a stereotype situation.
Right. Yep.
You know, and yeah, I agree. And not that like being gay is a bad thing. That's not what we're saying. But they can fall into like those stereotypes, you know? And it's characters are more complex than that, you know?
Yeah.
But I love her. I'm gonna follow her on Instagram.
You do that.
How long have we been going?
Almost an hour, I think.
You know, so I'm gonna end with this. Are you gonna watch season 2 of the show?
I think so.
Really?
I mean, I don't know how many more episodes are left in the season, because we're gonna do a recap of the entire season to see if our thoughts have changed.
I don't think they will. I'm saying that now.
I want mine to change. Like, I'm really wanting it to change.
I do. I want the home run. I want the dinger.
The home run. I want the baseball to connect with the baseball bat and to hit it out of the park. Maybe even a freaking
listen. Maybe even if I get it to bounce and then go out to get a double. Okay. I want something. Give me something. I should have worn my Aaron Judge sweatshirt. That would have been very fitting. Like, give me a point.
Yeah.
But
where, like, it doesn't even have to like lead. I don't even think it has to like be led up to. Just like throw it in there, like bam, like oh.
No, but even then, I'm still gonna be optimistic because I'm gonna be like, really, we've had X amount of episodes and now you give me something good. Like, I feel like now there's like no saving grace.
Not even Harper.
No, I'm still gonna watch for Harper. I'll finish the season.
Yeah,
I have to.
Now you have. You are. I don't say morally obligated. You are obligated on some level to finish the season because we need to see if our minds have changed.
Yeah.
About them.
I want to. I
really want to also. But
yeah, I think closing statement that we both agree on, the overall, I think, problem with the show that I don't know if will be any saving for is the fact that it's written in the wrong period of time for the characters, and arguably maybe not the best like style in which like it's presented, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest thing.
My biggest thing is the no connectiveness, if that's a word, to the show, like how it was when we were kids.
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest thing.
Cause like to me, it's like we're more adult, and it's like, okay, so you curse and you drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay? That
Like,
doesn't
cool.
mean you're an adult.
No.
In curse words, and they're drinking beers. That's
Okay.
like, okay.
Okay, like they're like so excited that they can curse, but like if you watch the original, they did curse a few times. Just saying, they were already doing that.
Yeah.
But whatever. And it was Sam, but
But like that, but also like that, of course it was. But like that also, to me, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're like an adult.
No.
Doesn't mean it's adult content. I don't know. It's like I want a home run.
I want that home run
But
or that double bounce out, whatever, double. I don't think they're gonna get a grand slam though. Not first season. Most like hopefully the double.
Yeah, let me aim low. Let's go for a double. But
put the expectations low, shoot low, or hope for the best, expect the worst. So expect the double, hope for a home run.
Right. Perfect. And we'll have to wait to see if we get it or not.
Yep. I hate waiting.
But yeah, that's kind of our thoughts on our current thoughts when this is recorded. We'll report back when the season's over.
Yep. We'll give everyone an update. Actually, let's see how many episodes there are so we can give a estimated time. It says 13 episodes planned. So we got 5 to go. So
Cool.
5 podcasts from now, we'll have our final verdict.
Yeah.
Or 6, because depending on when we record.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
You know what? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Anyways, that was a fun combo.
Woo! I agree.
What do we have in?
I was gonna say it's nice to be watching something and talk about it again. I like doing things like that. I mean, I feel like we were more, I wouldn't want to say more invested in Ink Master, but I feel like we enjoyed Ink Master a little more than iCarly right now.
No. We were more invested in Ink Master. So invested that
I know. We were so invested that like when we were home together, like how many episodes did we watch?
And you know what's so annoying?
What?
Is now they're all on Paramount Plus, and we wouldn't have to pay.
No! Like come on.
Especially you. Like you've put out like it racks up.
Over $100 to watch it.
That's how invested we were.
That's how invested we were.
That reminds me, I have to cancel my Disney Plus subscription.
Yeah, because you're gonna mooch off mine.
Yep.
Which is not even mine.
Anyways, do we have? Hey, whatever. Do we have anything exciting to share for next week?
We have a lot of great content coming out besides the podcast. Videos are coming. Businesses and people and foundations and stuff we support are coming out.
Exciting stuff is yet to come. I'm gonna go on vacay and get lit.
Does she already do that when you're not on vacay anyways?
Not really. I'm gonna go to bed right now because it's my bedtime. My alarm just went off. My reminder to go to bed just went
Oh, poor baby.
off. Ugh.
All right. Well,
Wrap it up.
all right. With that being said, I hope everyone out there listening enjoyed this episode of the M Sister Studios podcast. My name's Danielle Mad Dog Minetti with my lovely co-host of Sister Kim. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you watch and listen to this episode. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out all our social media accounts, and we will see you guys in the next one.